This shows how serious a problem.
Record-breaking drug bust. Thank you for joining us. I'm Mary King.
And I'm Nia Hardin. Right now, two people are behind bars. Travaris and LaMonica Dixon are facing a long list of drug and weapons charges. Investigators raided their home on Friday, and they say their investigation is far from over. Our Jason Puckett has been down in Chester today.
Jason, what are authorities telling you at this hour?
Yeah, Mary and I, we just got out of a meeting with Chester County Sheriff Max Dorsey as he walked us through that drug bust. Now, he was praising the work of his deputies to find and bust these drugs, but he also said it brings up a frustrating reality that the amount and variety of drugs there shows how serious a...
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, stop playing with fentanyl, bro. They is not playing. They is giving you the front door for fentanyl. It's not good. Once they start pulling up and they start saying you could have killed a certain amount of people, he could have killed 120 people with the amount of fentanyl he or she had. It's not going to be good for you, bro. Shit's going to get weird. Hey, here's my advice. I know we keeping it real. We trying to figure out how to keep our head above the water. Selling fentanyl is not it, bro. I don't know if you even listen to this, but if you got fentanyl at your house right now, man, you need to flush that shit. You need to get rid of it, bro. I know that don't even sound realistic, but need to do 800 years, neither. Okay.
Problem this is here in this area. I want to show you some of the photos they released to us, the Chester County Sheriff giving us these. You can see a hidden floor safe that they found. Inside that, deputies found 1,700 grams of fentanyl, 87 grams of crack cocaine, and 2 pounds of marijuana. They also seized
Cause this is what I want you to understand. I'm sorry for smacking, but here's the truth of the situation. Y'all got a lot of guns. I got some of them guns. Y'all got a lot of guns. I guess there's fentanyl right up in there. Hey. Hey.
of fentanyl, 87 grams of crack cocaine, and 2 pounds of marijuana. They also seized 17 guns, some of which were highly customized, and more than $90,000. Now, this bust happened Friday off Berryhill Road in the Edgemoor community. Deputies entering the home of Travaris and Monica Dixon, who you can see on your screen there. They were both arrested and are facing multiple charges, including trafficking fentanyl, trafficking cocaine, and possession of a weapon during a violent crime. Now, Sheriff Dorsey said this overwhelming amount of drugs they seized from the Dixons represents a frightening reality.
The fentanyl seized on Friday had the potential to be a fatal overdose for as many as 800,000 people.
Oh, yeah.
Now, to put that in perspective, that's every...
Let me tell you something. Whenever they started equating the amount of drugs you got with how many people could possibly die, you're a dead man. It's over with. It's over with. Now, I'm sorry, I ain't ate all day, y'all. I've been mentoring and talking. I just left the courthouse. Oh, so look. Here's why I've never been a successful drug dealer. First of all, you got to trust too many people. You got to expect for so many people to stick to this street code that is interchangeable with existing and non-existing. So, first of all, the police is after you. The police, they got you. Somebody you sell to, which is a person that's on drugs, could tell on you. The likelihood of somebody on drugs telling on you is increased, especially when they have an addiction and you alter their access to that addiction. All you got to do is tell a junkie you wanna go to jail, or you can sober up, or you want to go home where you can get high. But they finna tell on you. Then you got the robbing crew. I used to rob. Let me tell you something. Sometimes robbing crew be worse than the police because they be knowing what's going on. And they be somebody close. So y'all was either brother and sister or husband and wife. Let me tell you something, bro. That shit ain't worth it. That is a lot of drugs. Y'all got a lot of drugs. Look at that. I guess these is pills. I guess that's the fentanyl, huh?
Represents a frightening reality.
The fentanyl seized on Friday had the potential to be a fatal overdose for as many as 800,000 people. Now, to put that in perspective, that's everyone that lives in York, Chester, Lancaster, Fairfield, and Richland counties.
Ain't no barn.
Yeah, a huge amount of drugs. Again, the largest amount of fentanyl that this office has ever seized here in Chester County. And because of a recent law passed by the South Carolina legislature, the Dixons now face a mandatory minimum of 20 years, up to 40 years on the fentanyl charges alone. Of course, we will have to see as they move through court if they are found guilty of those charges and others. Also coming up this afternoon, we're going to tell you a little bit more how the sheriff is a bit optimistic. He said that new law and some new changes in the federal administration are going to hopefully make finding and prosecuting folks with drugs here in the county a little bit easier going forward. And because of a recent law passed by the a huge amount of drugs. Again, the largest amount of fentanyl that this office has ever seized here in Chester County. And because of a recent law passed by the South Carolina legislature, the Dixons now face a mandatory minimum of 20 years, up to 40.
Let me tell you something about these mandatory minimums. They done did the math. A lot of y'all black people getting caught with this fentanyl. Whether you understand the damage it could do or not, whenever the United States, especially a southern state like South Carolina, start doing mandatory minimums, some black people going to jail for a long time. So you saying a minimum of 20. Oh my God. That's why the prisons are overcrowded right now in the state of Georgia. I don't know about South Carolina, but what I'm telling you is that SB 440, a 7 deadly sin in the state of Georgia, got the prison overcrowded right now. Because you're not even determining the character of a criminal, if a criminal has character. What you saying is, hey man, you broke this law. Your ass going down for a decade or better. That takes place in southern states when black people keep breaking the law. When black people keep breaking the law, they about to change it. And you about to get a mandatory minimum. That's how it works. I can stand to be corrected. I'm not an attorney. I have not made any laws. What I'm telling you is that when black people keep breaking the law, or they find that you the ones that keep expressing or practicing this unlawfulness, they are going to fix the law, because here's a sure shot to send your ass to chain gang for a long, extended amount of time. It has happened. It is happening. It is going to happen. Those are the rules. I don't make them up. It's just the world we live in. Stay your ass out of prison.
Years on the fentanyl charges alone. Of course, we will have to see as they move through court if they are found guilty of those charges and others. Also coming up this afternoon, we're going to tell you a little bit more how the sheriff is a bit optimistic. He said that new law and some new changes in the federal administration are going to hopefully make finding and prosecuting folks with drugs here in the county a little bit easier going forward. For now, though, here live in Chester, I'm Jason Puckett, WBTV, on your side.
All right, Jason, thank you. We know you'll have much more in our evening newscast. And, of course, we first broke.
Hey, man. Stop playing with these folks. Stop playing with them. Because it was all cool just a week ago. Y'all got all types of pretty gun. That little pink one, that was hers. Oh, baby, we gonna get that little pink one. Good. And y'all got 90 bands in. Y'all good money. Good money. You think they just happened to find these folks, man? Like they just stumbled upon them. If you selling drugs, you got traffic. You have to assume everybody that you is doing dirt with, nobody's ever gonna get locked up. How that don't make sense, Shannon. That don't make sense. Somebody gonna get locked up. Then you have to assume when they get locked up, they're not gonna tell on you. What's the likelihood of that? What's the likelihood of that? Highly unlikely. Highly unlikely, bro. It just don't make sense, man. At the end of the day, ain't no good way to sell drugs unless you're a pharmacist. They sell you all the drugs you can get addicted to and don't get no time. They give you a prescription for them. And you can get addicted to those as well. I'm out, bro. Like, share, subscribe, man.